Hello everyone, this is Wes. Today I'm going to be doing another series on my YouTube channel. This is going to be an art of series, and what it is that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be highlighting different artists it is that I like, that I really enjoy their work, just to help show their work, help build the channel up a little bit, give us something to talk about, because I think there's a lot of artists out there that are worth looking at that you might not know about. So today we're actually looking at Dave Rapoza. Dave Rapoza he's an amazing artist. Like, this guy's done so many different things. He's done comics. He's done like posters, like he did a poster for the Logan movie. He's done a bunch of different stuff. Comic covers, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, you name it. This guy's done illustrations, posters, comics, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to go through a selection of his pieces here, and we're just going to take a look at them, and I'm going to make some observations about these different pieces, and we'll be doing maybe a couple of these every week, depending on how people like them. So this first little piece right here, we got this Venom cover. I mean, this thing looks insane, right? You can really see he puts in a lot of detail, like an obsessive amount of detail. I love the way that he has the lighting coming from the top right, coming onto the head of Venom, and you get these little nice catches of light in the folds of the I don't remember what it was called. Is it like an exoskeleton or exofluid or something like that? Yeah, I mean, like, the amount of detail that he puts in on these muscles, and as you'll see, he's not only super detailed with this stuff, like, he has such a good understanding. He has such a good understanding of form and the way that the light hits the form and it turns away from it. Like here in this part here, I'll actually draw a little bit over it. You know, he has like the light coming in this way, and it's hitting here, and then it's slowly turning dark until you can get into these dark patches here. Maybe it would make more sense if I did that with a color you can actually see. Yeah. Well, even that you can't really see that well. But he puts in a lot of detail into his work. Not only does he put a lot of detail into his work, but he's also insanely prolific. Let's pull back on this. One of the things it is that I appreciate about good illustration is that it's very readable from the very first second you look at it, because you only have a couple of seconds to grab somebody's attention. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This is a Star Veil piece that he did. Like I said, he not only does illustration type stuff, but he also does his own intellectual properties, and so this is his own science fiction world that he's created. I believe he was doing it as a comic at one point, but I think it's on hold right now, just because he's so badass. He's got so many other things going on, but I just love the design of this and the colors. Yeah, it's kind of got like I don't know, like a Hellraiser kind of vibe to it, with the way that the skin, it almost seems like the skin is like an armor. I guess you could say like maybe a Guyver or something like that, you know. Just really, really cool stuff. Yeah, let's pull back out here, take another look. Beautiful, beautiful shapes. You know, you can see that this character clearly has kind of like this triangular kind of shape that's repeated throughout the design. That's a really good element of design, is taking a shape like the triangle type shape and finding variations of that in big, medium, and small throughout the design. It helps it feel cohesive. Now we got another Spider-Man cover here. I think this is like the Noir Spider-Man. It's pretty dope. This one was called on his DeviantArt when I pulled when I pulled it from his DeviantArt, it says the file name is looking for shit. One of the other things I like about the guy is that he has a really good sense of humor. This looks like an old piece of his. Was for Wizards of the Coast. But yeah, he's got a bunch of different stuff. He's got a Patreon too, and he does a lot of live streams. I'll include a link to his Patreon as well as his YouTube channel and whatnot in the description below. It's a God of War piece. I mean, like, just the composition on a piece like this is so well done. And then whenever you zoom in, it's just an ungodly amount of detail, and really put in a lot of work into making these pieces look good. It looks like he's using some sort of a textured brush in order to get these kind of effects. So maybe the brushes are really doing most of the work for him. Alright, I'm going to kind of zip through these next ones. Here's a Bloodborne piece. This is pretty cool. Yeah, the monster designs in Bloodborne are just so freaking wicked looking. At some point I'm going to be taking a look at the art design of each individual game, like the art design of Bloodborne and that sort of thing, and breaking down the design decisions that they've made. You can see this one and this one are kind of similar in their composition. You know, they're very triangular in their composition, right? So this one's very triangular as well. This is another recent piece of his. Looks like this is like a Halloween piece, right? Very cool. I believe this is another Star Veil piece. So he likes to mix up his styles too. That's another thing that I really appreciate about what he does, is that he mixes up this very rendered style, and then he also has this more of a comic book kind of flair to his work as well. So more fan art, Neon Evangelion, right? I believe this one, if you sign up for his Patreon, I think the Bloodborne one as well. I think if you sign up for his Patreon, you can actually download the posters. You can download these images at a poster size, and you can download them and you can print them and set them up at home. Because I don't think he sells the fan art prints. He just allows people to download them. There's another Venom piece, pretty badass. Berserk, another Berserk piece. Just, I mean, if you follow this guy on Instagram, you follow him, then you know this guy just puts out tons of work. Tons and tons of work. I mean, look at this. This guy's just gnarly looking. Then we got this Medusa. Some nice little boobage going on there. He really creates like these dynamic lighting scenes with this light that's coming up from the bottom left now. And it's very dramatic, but it's also very simple. Like, it doesn't really require, it's nothing super sophisticated, but it's very dramatic, the lighting here. The composition is really nice too. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, I'm such a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, this one is definitely downloadable. If you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, then Chris, I'm talking to you directly now. you can download this and you can print it off and put it up on your wall. Yeah. It's just incredible. Very, very cool. Alright, let me get through these last couple ones and then I'll go ahead and let you guys go. There's a Chrono Trigger piece. Akira. And then this was a piece, we'll end it on this one. This was a piece it is that I think whenever I first came across his work, and I love it. I love the way that this resolution might not be that good, but I love the way that the light cuts across the face, and just the skin here, the way that he rendered this, and the way that he draws your eye towards it. You have this insane amount of detail that's mostly kept around the arm, and then the chest. We have this kind of Hellraiser-like chest with this blood and guts kind of hanging all over the bones. And then you have the face and the hands, which are kind of like contrasting points. They don't have as much detail, but he wants you to look there. And so he gives you this contrasting element of something that doesn't have as much detail versus something that does, in order to draw your eye here. Very cool stuff. Very cool. All right. That's it for today, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a few of these a week. If you like this kind of content, please let me know so I know to keep doing them, and we can kind of start a conversation and talk about some of our favorite artists. If there's an artist it is that you would like for me to cover, feel free to drop them in the description or in the comment box. I'll have the links to all of Dave Rapoza's stuff in the description, as well as some of links to my own work. So thanks, guys. You have a good night. Take it easy.